been a second since my update. If you guys checked out my video on my D&D session, it's called something along the lines of D&D campaign update and creative journeys. I find that it would be a very interesting video. You guys should go watch at least for a little bit, or skip ahead to where I talk about creative journeys. Very interesting. If you guys like playing D&D, you will enjoy that info. But right now, I am here to show you a little app that I was making. It's called Create Journeys, I know. Great name. It's for the creative journeys that I was talking about, as you can see here. And this is just going to be a little episode where I show you how it works. If you guys ever used Roll20, it's like that, except it's still in development. We got all the main things done, though. So any suggestions will be welcome in the comments. First things first, you can create several accounts on your Gmail. They're differentiated by they cannot have the same display name, email, and they cannot have the same display name, email, and password order. So the password can be the same, but the display name can't be, or you have to change the Gmail. And the last option of creating a account is these options. What type of account do you want? You can be a player, where you can only join games, game master, where you can create your own campaigns, or both run and play in campaigns. This one we're going to make a GM. See in a little bit once I have this done. Now we have an account. I just went with the simple GM. In a future update, this is only version 3, you will be able to change your account profile image or whatever you want. But right now we got this. Let's go through a quick walkthrough. This is the overview page. This is what GMs will see. This is the overview page for non-GMs. Players, to be exact. This is what it looks like only when you are part of a campaign. When you're not in a specific campaign, you pretty much just have a blank screen that says not in a campaign yet. But of course, you can put in a campaign code here, or if you put one in here. This is what it looks like to go to members for a GM. You can see how many members you have. The GM is always at the top. You can generate a code to give to people so they can join your campaign. You can also create characters or players, but we'll go into that later. You can also create quests, world notes, NPCs. You can use a dice roller, start your online session. There's a DM dashboard specifically to control your campaign, generate a random NPC campaign code, and to export your account in case you want to move it over to a different device and you're having a hard time just entering the information. You also have your map library. Let's go over everything one by one. We've already gone through overview and members, so first let's go over character. Once you press the Add Character button, you'll see that you can do all sorts of stuff with it right now. First of all, you can create the character's name. Let's call this character Fred. Fred is an elf. He is also a ranger. We're just going with the basic stuff right now. Fred's level 1, current HP is 10, and max HP is also 10. Spell slots 1, or actually, we're going to give Fred 0. We're also going to give him 0 for this, and we're pretty much just going to pick random numbers for Fred's stats. You can also give Fred some notes on his background or whatever you really want. Fred has a basic identity icon for his token. This is what his token will look like. You can choose a color, icon, or upload a custom image below. When you put Fred on a board within a session, this is what he will look like. You can change his color to all of these pre-existing colors right now. You can add different icons to replace his basic letters or numbers or whatever you gave him as a name. Of course, we gave you a great variety of them. And of course, last but not least, you can upload an image of your choice. Right now, we're going to stick to the general. You can click Save, and now you have Fred's character. Next up is Quest. You can enter a quest name. You can give it a description. And you can decide its status. It's active, in progress, completed, or failed. We're going to say this one's in progress. What type of quest is it? Main quest, side quest, or optional? You can also choose that. As you can see the status of the quest at the moment. Changing the status changes the color and font or look of it at the same time. Once we head over to World Notes, this is a pretty simple one. You can give it a title, give it some lore or content, give it some lore or location right here as the tag, and you can set it whether the GM in the campaign can only see it or all the players can too. Once we move on to NPC, press Add NPC, and you'll get something similar to what you saw with the player. Except you only get name, role, whether he is friendly, neutral, or hostile, and a description. You also get the basic identity of the token, where you can change its color, change its icon, or upload an image. Whenever you edit it, you can change the identity of whether he's nice or neutral or even an enemy. And that will change how it looks on the NPC screen. The members of the campaign will not be able to see the NPCs as of version 3. Not unless they're in the session. You can also come over here to the dice roller, where you can choose the different types of dice, where it will automatically choose a randomized number. You can see your roll history at the same time too. Recently, we have also added a modifier where you can modify whether it's adding or subtracting whatever you need whenever you need it for your campaign. Once we have a head over to online session, this is the interesting part. You can name your session, or this is here right now, but it won't be for GMs in the future. You can put in the code, but that will mainly be for players. If you head over to players, you can see that they can only enter the code. This is generally what it would look like for a both type account, where you can be a player or a GM. Once you start a session, you'll get a blank screen that's very foggy. You can of course add characters, you'll be the only one to see them like this. You will see some stuff in the feed just telling you that you have connected. You can copy the link and send it to a friend to join. Once they'll join, it'll take a second to connect, but once it's fully connected, you'll see both you and whoever joined in. Should also give you the message somewhere in the feed that GM, for the player it will say GM, has joined the session, and for the GM it should say player has joined the session. If you have any error codes, please report them. That reporting feature will be added before it's up for everyone. Will most likely be somewhere up here with the account. We will move on right after that to campaign or DM dashboard under GM tools. The campaign invite code can be generated here also. You can also create different campaigns and choose which one you are active in at the moment. The different campaigns will have different characters. So if you want to copy over your character, you'll have to copy all that over to the other campaign. In the future, if you guys want it, we might add it where you can put copy the character over to the other session. You can of course click switch to switch between campaigns. Your map library is where you can import the maps that you want, name them, describe them, which is optional, and of course import them. Before we end this video today, I would like to show you one last feature. Everything is in real time, so when you clear the fog for the GM, it immediately clears it for the player. When you reset the board, it resets the board for the player. When you end the session, it ends the session for the player, kicking all players out. But if a player decides to leave the session by themselves, it will not end the session for everybody else that's part of it. Of course, right now there's a glitch where it will show that the player is still in, but that will be fixed in the future. Remember that this is all under progress and still needs work. I will continue to work on it, and until then, stay creative. Bye!